So I was stuck being the brave one. We both had to be brave now. The twin terrors on their way up the dark, creaking stairway that led to the third floor. A sign beside the stairs read, "No visitors." We stepped right past it and began climbing the narrow staircase, side by side. I couldn't hear Otto's voice anymore. Now I could only hear the creak and squeak of the steps beneath our sneakers, and the steady thud, thud, thud of my heart. The air grew hot and damp as we reached the top. I squinted down a long, dark hallway. There were no lanterns, no candles. The only light came from the window at the end of the hall. Pale light from outside that cast everything in an eerie, ghostly blue. "Let's start in the first room," Stephanie suggested, whispering. She brushed her dark hair off her face. It was so hot up here, I had sweat running down my forehead. I mopped it up with my jacket sleeve and followed Stephanie to the first room on the right. The heavy wooden door was half open. We slid in through the opening. Pale blue light washed in through the dust-caked windows. I waited for my eyes to adjust. Then I squinted around the large room. Empty. Completely empty. No furniture, no sign of life. Or ghosts. "Steph, look." I pointed to a narrow door against the far wall. "Let's check it out." We crept across the bare floor. Through the dusty window, I glimpsed the full moon, high over the bare trees now. The doorway led to another room, smaller and even warmer. A steam radiator clanked against one wall. Two old-fashioned-looking couches stood facing each other in the center of the room. No other furniture. "Let's keep moving," Stephanie whispered. Another narrow door led to another dark room. "The rooms up here are all connected," I murmured. I sneezed again. "Shh. Quiet, Duane," Stephanie scolded. "The ghost will hear us coming." "I can't help it," I protested. "It's so dusty up here." We were in some kind of sewing room. An old sewing machine stood on a table in front of the window. A carton at my feet was filled with balls of black yarn. I bent down and pawed quickly through the balls of yarn. No head hidden in there. We stepped into the next room before we realized it was completely dark. The window was partly shuttered. Only a tiny square of gray light crept through from outside. "I can't see anything," Stephanie declared. I felt her hand grasp my arm. "It's too dark. Let's get out of here, Duane." I started to reply, but a loud thump made my breath catch in my throat. Stephanie's hand squeezed my hand. "Duane, did you make that thump?" Another thump. Closer to us. "Number not me," I stammered. Another thump on the floor. "We're not alone in here," Stephanie whispered. I took a deep breath. "Who is it?" I called. "Who's there?"